120 light-years away from us, there's an exoplanet that can potentially host life. It's called K2-18b, and it's a world you'd want to visit. K2-18b isn't exactly like Earth, it's more like a super-Earth. In fact, it's 2.6 times larger and almost 9 times more massive than our planet. Scientists believe it could be a Hycean exoplanet, which means it likely has a hydrogen-rich atmosphere and is covered in liquid oceans. This could mean K2-18b might be home to alien life. However, traveling there would take a really long time. If you were hurtling toward this distant world from Earth, you'd reach your destination in about 1.3 million years. Yes, you heard that right. Million. K2-18b also has a lot of methane and carbon dioxide in its atmosphere, which isn't exactly breathable air. So even if you did get there, you'd still need a spacesuit to walk on its surface. Even the liquid ocean might not be what you'd expect. Just because an exoplanet has liquid doesn't mean that liquid is water. It could be methane, ammonia, or even acid. For example, in our own solar system, there's a moon with liquid lakes. But these lakes are filled with methane and ethane, and I wouldn't recommend swimming in them. K2-18b might have a mild temperature compared to other exoplanets, but it's still incredibly cold. At -100 degrees Celsius -148 degrees Fahrenheit, K2-18b's climate wouldn't exactly be comfortable. The most exciting thing we've found about this world, though, is the possibility of dimethyl sulfide in its atmosphere. On Earth, this molecule is produced by living organisms, which means K2-18b could potentially host life. Of course, this life wouldn't necessarily be intelligent. It could be aquatic or microbial, and if conditions are just right, there's even a chance for more complex life forms. But how do we know all of this? The James Webb Space Telescope observed K2-18b and took detailed measurements of its atmosphere. Most exoplanets have been discovered using a method called the transit method. When a planet passes in front of its star, it blocks some of the starlight. Scientists then study the wavelengths around the planet, which helps reveal the composition of its atmosphere. The problem is, exoplanets are incredibly far away. Even with our most powerful telescopes, figuring out what their surfaces are like is extremely difficult. Some scientists even argue that K2-18b isn't a super-Earth but more of a mini-Neptune. If that's the case, the chances of it harboring life might not be as promising since Neptune is an ice giant, and if K2-18b is similar, life as we know it could be unlikely. Still, we don't have a million years to travel to K2-18b and see for ourselves. Maybe we should focus on a world closer to Earth, like Proxima Centauri b. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to Earth, located only 4.2 light-years away. It's part of the Alpha Centauri system, which includes 3 stars orbiting each other. Proxima Centauri b orbits one of these stars, and you'd still be able to see the other 2 stars as bright dots in its sky. Proxima Centauri b is slightly larger than Earth but orbits very close to its host star. Fortunately, that star is a red dwarf, which is cooler and smaller than our Sun. This means Proxima Centauri b isn't being scorched like Mercury is in our solar system. Scientists estimate the planet has an average temperature of about -39 degrees Celsius -38 degrees Fahrenheit, which, for an exoplanet, isn't too bad. The downside is that we don't know much about Proxima Centauri b's gravity or atmosphere yet. It could be a promising candidate for humanity's first interstellar base, or it might have an environment too harsh for human settlement. The planet might even have an ocean of acid or some other deadly feature. The only way to truly know is by traveling there and investigating it directly. If Proxima Centauri b doesn't work out, there are still other options. Take Ross 128b, for instance. It's 11 light-years from Earth and the second closest potentially habitable world we've discovered. In many ways, Ross 128b is more promising than Proxima Centauri b because it orbits a quieter red dwarf star that doesn't bombard the planet with violent radiation, unlike Proxima's host star. Ross 128b orbits its star 20 times closer than Earth does to the Sun, but since red dwarfs are much cooler than our star, it still lies in the habitable zone. This world could even have a comfortable average temperature of 23 degrees Celsius 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is only slightly warmer than Earth's average temperature. I don't know about you, but I could settle down in a place like that. We don't know enough about Ross 128b to call it a new home just yet, though. Harmful radiation might still reach its surface, and its atmosphere might not be breathable. But if we could set up efficient life support systems, this world could potentially work as a new home. Who knows? Ross 128b might even have alien life. If life exists there, it could be extremely different from what we imagine. Making first contact with an alien species would be an incredible experience. But it could also go wrong. For one, we might not survive the trip to any of these exoplanets, even the nearest ones. So far, scientists have discovered and confirmed over 5,000 alien worlds, and about 63 of them are potentially habitable. Still, we can't know for sure what these planets are really like until we visit them. Many of the worlds we've found are far from welcoming. There's even one exoplanet that looks very similar to Earth, but don't let appearances fool you. This beautiful blue world would be lethal within seconds if you tried to step foot on it. While K2-18b, Proxima Centauri b, and Ross 128b represent some of our best candidates for potential life, they are just a small sample of the vast number of exoplanets we've discovered. Many of these alien worlds defy imagination, with environments that would be utterly hostile to life as we know it. Take the infamous exoplanet HD 189733b, for example. It's a deep blue planet that looks like a serene Earth from a distance. However, its surface is far from welcoming. The planet is a gas giant where winds reach up to 5,400 miles per hour, and temperatures soar to a scorching 1,000 degrees Celsius 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit. To make matters worse, it rains glass sideways in this nightmarish environment. Another example of a terrifying alien world is Kepler-70b, one of the hottest exoplanets ever discovered. This planet orbits so close to its star that its surface reaches temperatures of 7,000 degrees Celsius 12,600 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than some stars. Kepler-70b is essentially a molten hellscape, where even the most heat-resistant materials would instantly vaporize. Planets like these serve as a stark reminder that while we may be eager to find Earth-like worlds, the universe is filled with places that are far more extreme than anything we've ever encountered. And then there are planets like Gliese 1214b, a water world that's covered entirely by a thick atmosphere of steam. This super-Earth is about 40 light-years away and has fascinated scientists with its potential to host water in some form. But don't get too excited. Gliese 1214b's surface is likely a steamy ocean with crushing pressure, making it more akin to a boiling cauldron than a tropical paradise. If life exists here, it would have to survive under extreme conditions that challenge our understanding of biology. In the hunt for habitable worlds, not every candidate will be ideal for humans. Yet, even the most inhospitable planets can teach us a lot about the diversity of planetary systems and the conditions in which life might evolve. Some worlds, like TRAPPIST-1e, part of the TRAPPIST-1 system, seem almost too good to be true. TRAPPIST-1e lies within its star's habitable zone, and with 7 rocky planets in the system, it's a hotspot for exoplanet research. Some scientists even speculate that one or more of these planets could have liquid water and maybe even life, given the right conditions. But as much as we dream about visiting these distant worlds, the sheer distances involved make it an enormous challenge. Even with the most advanced technology, it could take thousands, if not millions, of years to reach them. That's why scientists are exploring new propulsion technologies, like light sails and ion drives, that might one day enable us to send probes to these distant planets. Until then, we'll have to rely on telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope to keep revealing the secrets of these fascinating alien worlds from afar. The universe is vast, and who knows what we'll discover next. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing content. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.